Good evening, everyone. I am Professor Bobo. I want to welcome you to the second half of my Friday night doubleheader. This is NGS Heroic Division Week 2. Aria and the Yitbauses going up against A-MEI-ZING. We are headed to Towers of Doom for our first map. Second map is going to be played on Infernal Shrines. Looking forward to this one. Two teams that are equal in the standings. We got the Crawler there on the bottom. They're both sitting on 4 points here in Heroic Div. A-MEI-ZING with a little bit of a game advantage. In addition, both of these teams have some previous results that are shared. Aria and the Yitbauses taking a loss against Salted Snacks, a win against Moto last week. A-MEI-ZING with a win against Taco Team and a draw against Salted Snacks. If you're unfamiliar with the little bit of restructuring here in NGS, Heroic Div is our new top division. An expansion of the playoffs means more teams will get in. I believe it'll be 8. So these teams right now jockeying for positions. Everybody's still trying to feel each other out. A-MEI-ZING has moved up. They were our runners-up in A-Div last season, moving up with OSD. Aria and the Yitbauses are brand new. And our keys to the game, scouting reports, courtesy of Zadov. Eyes on Mokri. Dude runs a good stream. Shout out. But the one sort of common denominator we've seen, opponents going up against Aria and the Yitbauses, bans on Tracer and Medivh. Targeting Mokri, who has played Tracer and Medivh when available. It's just something to quickly keep an eye on there. And then just to back it up a little bit, we're talking about almost all things equal. If you're familiar with their scouting reports from Zadov, they get into some deep stats. These teams are incredibly similar in terms of, KD, hero damage, uptime as well. The only difference really being the little bit of wave clear that are in the Yitbauses typically show. And then on our last part, can always get what you want. Both of these teams prioritize heroes that are considered to be high in the meta, but they have a little bit of a different slant on what they are looking for. Yitbauses specifically playing a ton of Junkrat. We see a lot of Blaze coming out from Argy. And then on the flip side, we see a high priority on Stukov. Lightnex's go-to support right now for A-MEI-ZING. A little bit more of the Maiev. We see a little bit more Jaina for A-MEI-ZING. So high-tier heroes. Again, different priorities. Both of our teams are ready. We are going to go ahead head on into our draft. This is the first map between Aria and the Yitbauses and A-MEI-ZING. Once again, we are headed to Towers of Doom. So for A-MEI-ZING, we've seen early bans on Malfurion. On the flip side, we've seen Medivh and Maiev, prioritized by Aria and the Yitbauses. They will have first bans staring at that Medivh already. Nothing wrong with getting rid of Maiev here. Again, fairly standard. It's Heroic Divs. These teams know each other a little bit, know what they're capable of. There's the Medivh ban as well. First pick heading over to Aria and crew. Axon, thank you for the cheer, buddy. Much appreciated. I don't really know what bits do, but looks cool. Here on TOD, especially with the Medivh gone, I think we can certainly expect to see one, if not both, of the high-tier supports off the board, Malfurion and Stukov. I would certainly expect to see Garrosh be a part of this. Phoenix makes it through. But not sure where the priority lies on both of these sides. Phoenix has proven to be an often impactful, but an often blown-up hero. We talked about it. Here's the Tracer. Mokri wants to jump onto his main. With Medivh gone, that really changes up the support game perhaps a little bit here. You're going to want to have a little bit of burst protection for sure. the favored secondary support in Medivh already gone. Immediately countered by the Varian. Have seen some offlane Varian. I would expect that to still be main tank, the access to taunt at level 4. We'll have to see what A-MEI-ZING wants to do with their second pick here. Ganjo makes an appearance. So A-MEI-ZING going away from the Stukov, which they have featured, I believe, in every one of their matches thus far. If not picked up here on Aria's side, I would expect that to be the ban. Garrosh and Mouth picked up. Garrosh and Malfurion winning a game in the first half of our doubleheader. If you were here for a Division C matchup, Hand Banana using an exceptional combo between Garrosh and Mouth. Taking game 1 from something heroic. Also used the Malfurion in game 2 as well. 40 seconds on the ban here for A-MEI-ZING. Yitbauses checking if I got the right server. 10 seconds left on the ban here, and Blaze is gone. Blaze, obviously a strong pick into Tracer, but it is something that A-MEI-ZING has not prioritized, where Aria and friends have. So a little bit more of a targeted ban here. We've seen Medivh and Blaze taken away from Aria and the Yitbauses. Those are 2 strong picks for them. The Uther being hovered here. So the favored Stukov will be available, but Uther, again, with Cleanse, with D-Shield, with his strong burst healing, is an exceptional pick, particularly into Tracer. Accent, bits get me on the stream leaderboard, or should I say bit gets me on? Listen, I got to start somewhere, brother. Got to build up that bank. Taking this band deep into the count here. Hanzo is an attractive option into Garrosh. Obviously, would not have a good time against the Tracer. Again, Phoenix left up. The Genji follow-up to Varian certainly will be backed up. Again, we've highlighted the Jaina prioritization for A-MEI-ZING. The sort of expected rotation here would be something along the lines of Stukov. Jaina, we could also see the Tychus, which has been played. Both teams have played Junkrat. He would fit as the wave clear option on either side. No pressure to take a support here. Alex and Jaina. Alex, another support that has been played by A-MEI-ZING. And again, the Jaina, we highlighted it. The slow, strong into Garrosh. The burst will certainly serve them well, following up on that Varian taunt. If trends were to be followed, I would expect Junkrat. We'll see what Argy wants here. He's played Blaze 3 out of 4 games thus far, Dehaka being the other option. Neither team has a solo laner yet. Sonya falls off here at higher levels of play. Their susceptibility to lockdown can be a bit of a problem. Dahaka the Global, always strong here on TOD. Junkrat Dahaka, again, as expected. These teams kind of just sticking within the range that they have carved out for themselves here in the early part of the season. A-MEI-ZING will be looking for their solo laner with their last pick. Plenty of options here. Into the Dahaka, obviously you're not going to match him for the global. It's really just a question of whether you want to move into a double soaker, such as Malthael, who would be certainly strong against against Garrosh. Leoric would be in that same family. The Thrall is picked up. War Chief on War Chief action. A-MEI-ZING moves into the Thrall. NGS Heroic Division Week 2. We have Aria and the Yitbauses here on the left side. A-MEI-ZING here on the right. Game 1 on Towers of Doom about to kick off. Strong drafts from both sides. Again, not really deviating from what either side has gone with. The Thrall pick is interesting. Specifically into Junkrat. One thing that we have talked about on previous casts, if you pick Thrall, you are almost always trying to figure out, well, do we want Earthquake or Sunder? And Sunder is a way to just instantly stop Riptire. You will just break the channel on Junkrat and cancel that out. However, I believe Earthquake is, at this level, the more common pick. Chat, help me out. Let me know what y'all think. Game 1 is underway. Here on the left side, it's going to be Aria on the Dahaka. Yitbaus yet again on the Junkrat. Blake Show on the Garrosh. Aria will be playing the Malfurion. Mokri on his main with that Tracer. And for A-MEI-ZING, HZE on the variant. A-MEI-ZING will be playing the Thrall. Lisai up there on the Genji. Nukes for Kids, one of my favorite names. Playing the Alexstrasza, and Lightnex will be on the Jaina.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Everything fairly standard here. Race car Dahaka. Q quest for Garrosh. We see the Lion's Maw build. Fingers of Frost. And we'll keep an eye on this one down here. Echoes the Elements is the pickup for Thrall. Glow Plus will be started for Alexstrasza. Both teams 5-man in, running it down mid, trading a little bit of damage out. There's a throw on the variant. A quick stun from Blake Show. The root comes out. Variant at half health here. He's got plenty of backup there. Nukes for Kids with the big W. Dahaka will immediately race up top. Argy looking to get this wave out of the way. The 4-man rotations will begin here, heading towards bot. Blake Show, he's got Alexstrasza and a good bit of comeback there. Strong counterplay from HZE as the variant collapses on the Garrosh, and first blood is immediately claimed. A little bit of double soak here from Argy. Ooh, wow, what a quick kill on Jaina. Apologies for missing it. I'm going to blame Mokri. I don't think that's the only time we'll be saying that tonight. 1-to-1 in terms of kills. XP close. A little bit of an advantage here for A-MEI-ZING. Keep it on the XP here. Alex down on bot lane. Just getting a little bit of eye soak in there. Thrall and Dahaka, the eternal battle in the solo lane. Argy thus far proven that he is the stronger in the early game. Quick invade here from Aria and the Yitbauses. They're going to get collapsed here. Keep an eye on HCE. Quick lines one, they back out. Blake Show coming in for the toss as he gets the variant. No root, a late root there. Mokri winds up confirming the kill. This is going to be 2 camps headed over to the side of Aria and company. Keep an eye on Argy here. Lightneck's thinking about trying to get some of that XP back on Jaina. 2 kills to 1 level 4s online for both teams as expected. Taunt, you see fairly standard builds. Genji building into the E.
The orders will rise shortly, heroes. Be ready.
Jaina with fingers, and I would expect Q and Q. Building into that Frost Shard. Lightneck's looking to get some poke on a Yitbauses. Lisai is there. Deflect down. Mokri is immediately taunted. Good collapse from HCE. Lisai is going to pick up the second part of that kill. XP evened out here. HCE at the front with that variant. Towers will be traded out. And with those 2 kills, A-MEI-ZING will go ahead and pick themselves up the early advantage. Lisai down on bot lane, chunking this wall. Bit of a back and forth here. We'll see how Aria and the Yitbauses are going to be able to respond. Mokri wound up chasing down Lightneck here. He's got to keep an eye on the variant. Blake Show coming in, looking for the throw as he picks it up onto Lisai. A well-timed bomb, but at the back, Mokri under a big bit of pressure there. Aria with a good heal. Dragon pop early. That is going to be a big cooldown used. That's the W that winds up saving A-MEI-ZING. Lightneck gets popped by the concussion mine. HCZE will wind up moving out. Does he wind up getting rooted? I think Blake Show's got the throw here. Holds it. Might have another Q. No damage done. Have to keep an eye on the dragon cooldown there. Keep an eye on about the 5:15 marker for that one. 90-second cooldown. That's up top. Kaizen continues to stack Echo of the Elements. He's at 16 stacks. It's solid. I believe he'll have that one done pretty quick. Oh, look, a trap. Mokri under a bit of pressure. Dodging the wolf.
Do get ready.
See if he's got that pulse bomb. Look in there. Great throw. Blake Show ends up finding Genji. There's a swift strike out. The pulse bomb on the ground. May chip a little damage on HCE. Argy with a great pull. And Jaina Blizzard is not going to wind up saving that variant.
Be swift, heroes. Do not let the Gravekeeper's cronies.
Top altars are up. Strong positioning here from Aria. They've got a choke point mined out with help from the Junkrat. Lightneck's on the back line here. Looking to put some damage on a Mokri. Lisai straight down. Mokri seems to know it there. Jaina in big trouble there. Looking to pick up a little bit of damage, trying to get the counter kill on Yitbauses. It does not go through. Jaina is gone. Now Aria now trying to figure out how they can go in there and grab that second one. A quick taunt coming out from HCE. Lisai on the back line there. Jumps out. Does he have the deflect? Does not matter, as Mokri cannot secure the kill there. Aria and the Yitbauses is quite low. I don't think they're going to have enough to push in for the channel here. XP even. Junkrat just being Junkrat. Keep an eye on that trap. Lisai eating 1, 2, 3 frags. Level 7's online for both teams. XP again. Even. Old camps up. Blake Show has himself a look at Jaina there. Misses the stun. Pops Indomitable. Keep an eye on nukes for kids there. This camp is not going to pressure our Frosty Mage. Blake Show just missed that Q. If he had that, I believe he certainly would have had the follow-up from Yitbauses. Right now, Aria looking to see if they can go ahead and pick up this camp. HCE threatening Mokri. Holds the taunt. Not a lot of follow-up there. Aria and the Yitbauses split. Split A-MEI-ZING. No damage done. Argy now under pressure. This is a fully stacked Thrall. This is going to be a big problem. Race car to Aka trying to get out. Lisai is up there. The wolf misses, but HCE comes in for the taunt. That's a dead dino. 4 kills to 4. A-MEI-ZING will reach level 10 first. Both teams will have their 10s for the next objective phase. We have wall damage on both sides on bottom. Something to keep an eye on. In the earlier game on Towers of Doom, you can just highlight one of the differences between divisions there. Division C a little bit slower to get this sort of macro game going. It's a hold from Genji. Keep an eye on that. Cleansing Flame. Obviously, taunt picked up at level 4. His variant moves actually into... Did he move into Protect? He did. Welly coming out from Jaina. We have the Earthquake. Junkrat winds up getting picked off there. HCE has been a terror on that variant. We'll see if you can keep this up heading into the later parts of this game. But it does look like A-MEI-ZING is going to be able to pick up this channel and continue to build a little bit of a lead. They're now 8 shots up. Isolation, T-Dream, Riptire, Warlord's Challenge. All picked up. Both teams just trading momentum here. But an 8-shot lead for A-MEI-ZING. There's a reach by HCE. Let's see if Blakeshow wants to throw. The Welly comes out. It's a good defensive tool, but Lightnex winds up getting caught. Jaina gone. T-Dream. Maybe a little extra, but it does wind up securing the kill. Junkrat with the Riptire there. He's going to wind up knocking HCE back. Mokri looking for the follow there. Varian not long. There's one Protect. Uses the taunt. Cleansing Flame is popped as well. Mokri has to wind up blinking back out of there. Keeping HCE alive. The trade as Mokri gets picked off by Lasai. Good counter kill. Overwatch on Overwatch action there. We all win because somebody dies. Top lane pressure from Kazin here. He's starting to work that tower down. Keep an eye on the top lane here. I believe he's going to... Yep, he will jump on over to this camp. Counter camp picked up here for Aria and Yitbauses. See what the play is here on bottom. Aria and the Yitbauses will wind up picking up their camp. However, they are 8 shots behind. They're going to need to make a move here. Level 13 is rapidly approaching. They may find themselves a talent tier down here with 2 very, very close towers. Top camp picked up by Thrall. That's going to pressure out as well. 6-6 in terms of kills, but this game is trending towards A-MEI-ZING right now. Concussion Mine comes out on HCE. Root is there. Limited bit of follow-up. Mokri winds up timing the bomb out. There is a taunt down on Jaina. That is the 2nd time she falls. Nukes for Kids uses the dragon. Not going to get a ton of value. There's another taunt. The lockdown coming out onto the Tracer. Gets the blink out there. When Wing Buffet cancels the Riptire out. Still 4v5. Kazin on the back line. He gets stuck. He's going to be silenced. He gets Earthquake out, but winds up falling. Argy thrown forward. Blakeshow wants more. Tongue onto the variant. The Dragon Blade comes out. Mokri is 1 hit away in the back. He winds up going down. He gets... Wow, boy. Yitbauses is in big trouble. His own Concussion Mine betraying him there. That's just a little bit too much mayhem. Cleansing Flame is out. What a play. Mouth going down to the flame. Shout out. Nukes for Kids dropping bombs, baby. Flip there by Blakeshow. He's got HCE under pressure, but this is just going to be a wet noodle fight between the 2 warriors. And A-MEI-ZING claims both towers, despite taking the earlier defeat in the team fight 32-16. They have that top wall opened up. Bottom wall is opened up as well. And here comes Lightnex looking for the dinosaur. The root comes out on Thrall. There's the Burrow the Welly there to try to commit to the kill. Argy winds up popping trait. Chunked. Thought about the Burrow. Winds up going down. Blakeshow with a throw on a Thrall there. The taunt is going to hold him underneath. Aria looking to see if she can follow up with the root. Yitbauses here. And the counter kill is made. Keep an eye on Lasai here. He's going to need a little bit more damage before he can Swift Strike in. Not sure where he wants it. Blakeshow goes in. Gets the throw. Oh, boy. And the Riptire goes off, but it does minimal damage. Lasai lurking there. I like what A-MEI-ZING has done. Every opportunity that Aria has had to get and pick up a kill, whether it be the initial attack or the counter, has been met by Lasai in particular. His Genji's been on point here. He's got 2 soft targets in Tracer and Junkrat, and he has exploited both of them. A-MEI-ZING now moving into level 16. They will pick up their Sapper camp 3 towers available. Argy looking to hide out. Fairly standard talent builds.
It is nearly time.
Didn't think I saw anything out of the ordinary there. Keep an eye on Blake Show. He wants to pick. It looks like Aria and company are going to give up bottom and try to make the double play top. Aria channeling. On top here is a Malfurion. Keep an eye on bottom. It is going down. Lasai will wind up confirming this tower. Welly is out just to keep pressure on Argy. Isolation has to be used. Those two will wind up trading heroics. A little bit of a fight here in mid as the concussion mine gets popped on HCE. But he's got a couple of charges of protect. 24 to 11 in terms of shots here. Lightnax was thinking about it. Blake Show now. Looks like he might get caught in the jungle. HCE charges in, does not use the taunt. There's one protect. Trading cooldowns. A-MEI-ZING did not want to commit there. They want the camp with the 16 advantage. They're going to look to control bottom bell tower. Keep an eye on HCE there. If he gets a slow on one target, he's got an opportunity to taunt before the moat. Does not get it. 4-man commit on bottom for Aria and the Yitbauses. Only 3 on the side of A-MEI-ZING. Looking to delay here. Looks like these sappers are going to be gone. Flank coming from Lightnax. Thinks better of it. Friendly spray or two. Taking a quick peek. Top lane, Kazin has Argy pushed out. The blizzard from Jaina. Again, no harm done it. A-MEI-ZING just content to poke here. Just control this tower. With 11 shots left, this is going to be one of the last opportunities for an even talent tier fight. A little bit of poke. Keep an eye on the Dahaka. Plenty of places for him to burrow here. Mokri putting pressure on the Lightnax. Riptire from distance. Welly is popped, and it is on Argy. HCE picks off that Riptire, and Alex hits the channel. This could be game right here. One more strong engage. And then A-MEI-ZING looks like they could take this. Malfurion is gone. The bomb goes down on occasion, but he winds up being okay. Argy under pressure. Garrosh goes down. Lasai cleaning up. A 4-man kill. 6 shots left. Boss, I think he's about to be targeted. A-MEI-ZING on the march. Plenty of space to work. They'll have access to the boss. Level 19 right around the corner. They'll be able to move into 20 for the next objective phase, should they need it. And a near perfect game from Lasai. No deaths. Constant pressure on whomever on Aria and the Yitbauses has been able to grab the counter kill on. As now A-MEI-ZING moves in for the middle bell tower. They're going to defend here? Looking for the flank. Blake Show there. Uses Indomitable. Welly comes out as well. This is a big chunk of damage. Lasai looking for Aria here. Throwing it to the moat. Oh, look, protect. Varian will wind up going down here. This is pre-20. If ever there was a chance for a comeback, Aria and the Yitbauses are going to have to start to seize it here. They're the one up converting bottom bell tower. Dahaka is up top. Still 2 levels away from 20. They're not going to be able to get it before. Obviously, this objective phase, but they do have the 4v5. With 2 shots left, it's going to have to be a good delay play. Argy winds up hitting the drag. Isolation popped. Argy does not have trait. He is gone. Mokri on the back line. Cleansing Flame is popped to keep Alex safe. The Earthquake goes out as well. Junkrat looking to get the Lily. There's still 25 seconds left on Varian. This is a 4v4 fight. Blake Show looking to make a difference here. The silence coming out from Aria. It hits all 4 members of A-MEI-ZING, but Lasai winds up still having the Dragon Blade Icebox. Pop there on Malfurion. The taunt trying to drag everyone away. But A-MEI-ZING will wind up converting this last bell tower. And they will take game number 1. Nukes for kids on the Alex and Lasai on the Genji standouts. Neither of them dying, just staying alive long enough for where those 1-for-1 trades later in the team fights wound up getting swung in the opposite direction. Again, every time A-MEI-ZING actually wound up maybe losing the first member of their team, they always came back with 2 counter kills, and they were always able to keep, again, their support alive and that strong, strong Genji play. 10-0 from Lasai in that game. Map number 2. Will be Infernal Shrines. If you're new to NGS, Infernal Shrines probably involved in about 2/3 of all sets here. Everybody likes it. It's a fun map. You can do a number of different things. Damn good time. I think both teams in that first game got exactly what they wanted in drafts. They were both able to secure their comfort picks, if you will. Again, we saw Aria and the Yitbauses be able to pick up the Tracer, the Junkrat, the Garrosh. Those are all strong picks for them. On the flip side for A-MEI-ZING, they have gone with the Alex before. They've used the Jane at a great effect. And that Alex Straza, yet again. Making the difference. It's an interesting support play there. The Cleansing Flame was used offensively and defensively very well. Turtles, Queen, what's happening? Hopefully I'll get one of those What the Flex games coming up soon. Shout out to my friend Tiny. What's happening, brother? Special shout out to Raven for the sub tonight. Let's go ahead and update our counter. A-MEI-ZING taking the first map here on Towers of Doom. If you're just joining us, NGS Heroic Division, this is week 2. Aria and the Yitbauses versus A-MEI-ZING. Both teams even on points throughout the early part of the season. A-MEI-ZING with a games played advantage right now. I think HCE also in that first game deserves a special shout out. Went with a variant really, really early in that draft just to really go after Mokri's Tracer. And even where Mokri was able to blink out, that very, very quick damage, particularly off of Lion's Wide, it hits harder now post-rework. And with those passive sort of over time heals from Malfurion, took a little while for them to get up and ready. Let's make sure both of our teams are, in fact, good to go. We will shortly move into our second draft here on Infernal Shrines. In terms of adjustments in draft, I'm not really sure that too many can be made. You may see the teams prioritize their picks in a different order. The first pick, Tracer. Tracer was expected, maybe not first pick. But again, that's Mokri's main. He's certainly going to go for that. Bans in the first map. Aria and the Yitbauses removed Maiev. A-MEI-ZING removed Medivh. Both of those are strong heroes on this map. I would expect both of them to, if not removed immediately, be involved. And the Medivh ban. Same bands coming through. Medivh and Maiev removed. Mirroring the first game. Right on. Shout out to We Like Turtles. We Like Turtles, one of our new teams here in NGS. Between Season 3 and Season 4, NGS exploded. Went from 55 teams to 110. Previously, A, B, and C divisions. Now we have added the Heroic Division as well as D-Div. D-Div is a great time. Picked up one of those games last night. What did we have? We had double Nazebo. Jaina, first pick here from A-MEI-ZING. We also had an accidental off-lane variant that somehow worked swimmingly, and I think will be part of the Banzo Brothers drafts going forward. So first pick, Jaina for A-MEI-ZING. Lightnex was on Jaina in the first game, providing immediate and strong follow-up to the variant taunt target. Welly was the heroic choice. Turtles, there is, for anybody who's wondering, there is actually a Looking for Coach channel up on the Discord. You can always see if you can pick the brains of one of these high-level players and just try to get a little bit of help. The Looking for Coaching channel was something that we added, I believe, midway through Season 3. We may wind up expanding it and maybe trying to apply like a true NGS coach tag, but listen, it's just a good resource. There's so many new teams, so many guys who are new to competitive. I implore you to go check it out. See if you can find somebody that can help you round out your team in whatever way that you need. Aria and the Yitbauses are going to steal that Alex Strasser from the first game. They will pick up the Blaze that was denied to them. Argy gets the Firebat for himself. HE liked that variant in the first game. He will go back to it. And after one game off of Stukov, A-MEI-ZING will go ahead and pick up the Admiral. They do flex a little. Nukes for Kids has played it, but in their previous 3 games, it was Lightnex on Stukov, with Lasai playing 2 games on Jaina. So just a little bit of flexing here is possible from A-MEI-ZING. We'll keep an eye on who's playing whom. The Genji band hovered. Can't argue with that. Can't argue at all. Having banned the Medivh out, again, we talked about it in the pregame. If you want to target Mokri, you could go ahead and remove the Tracer. Instead, going after the Garrosh. Blake Show on that in the first game. It was strong in the early parts of the laning phase, fading off a little bit there. Really seemed like the Malfurion heals were certainly not enough to get through that strong blow-up. And the patience from Lasai on the Genji as well. So with the Varian gone, the strong tanks in the meta include Johanna and Diablo. Pairing well with the Blaze is always the Tyrael. Quick fact, if you want me to favor you in casting, pick Tyrael. I think he's up there with one of the other, maybe about 5 heroes that you're immediately going to win me over. 5 seconds left for Aria and the Yitbauses. Diablo and Hanzo. So they'll pick the Hanzo up for Mokri, I assume. Yitbaus has been on Junkrat every game, and he is still up and available. It would provide good range poke. I think the concussion mines didn't get a ton of value there. In fact, one of them actually wound up propelling Junkrat right into the path of an oncoming Cyber Ninja. Turtles, Alex is always strong on this map. What you're going to want to see is, if you're certainly new to seeing Alex Raza, when you see her on Infernal Shrines, once one team, the team that possesses Alex Raza gets to about 20 skeletal defenders, they will pop Dragon Queen immediately. Post 10, this allows you to use Dragon Queen and Cleansing Flame to secure the shrine. On the flip side, Leoric, and we do see the Tychus. Tychus used much in the same way. So what you're looking to see is if both teams are just kind of squaring up, trading skeletal defenders, you're going to watch for the Dragon Queen on one side and the Odin on the other. Alex, obviously, with the earlier access to her trait, will benefit on the early objectives. Tempest Hots is amazing strength, is their immense flexibility. They're not locked into roles, allowing them to maximize their hero pools. It's quite true. As previously talked about, Jaina has been played by multiple members. Stukov has been played by multiple members as well. They do have some consistencies. We can expect to see Kazin on the Leoric. Keep an eye on the Junkrat here. It would just be consistent with what Yitbauses has done. There it is. That brother likes a little bit of mayhem. Game 2 about to be underway here. Aria and the Yitbauses will look to claim a draw, while A-MEI-ZING will look to improve to 2-1-0 at the start of this season. We are headed to Infernal Shrines for Game 2. If you're just joining us, NGS Season 4, Week 2, this is Heroic Division. We'll have Aria and the Yitbauses on the left and A-MEI-ZING here on the right. Again, fairly predictable drafts. The Diablo throws just an interesting wrench in there. Certainly that's why the Leoric and the Tychus were the last rotation for A-MEI-ZING. The wave clear battle is a bit even. Keep an eye on the early resource battle. Stukov can struggle with mana against constant pressure here in the early game, at least until, and if one good spread is the choice. Alex can have mana problems, but you can expect to see the Globe build specifically, of course, to help out the Diablo, but it certainly is just their strongest build here. For Aria and the Yitbauses, Argy on his favored Blaze. Aria herself will be on the Alexstrasza. Mokri jumps over onto the Hanzo Blake show. We'll be sharking around with that Lord of Terror. Yitbaus once again on the Junkrat. And for A-MEI-ZING, Kazin in the offlane on the Leoric. HZE once again on the Leo. We see Lasai jumping over on the Tychus. Lightnex on the Stukov. And Nukes for Kids. Now he gets to Jaina. Oof. Lasai eats a couple of frags there. He's going to back up and look for a little bit of passive healing. Nothing out of the ordinary here on talents. Looks like Leoric's starting to build off into the queue, as expected. The sort of standard questing talents. We'll see Adrenaline Stimpak here for the Blaze. Alright, and the Yitbaus will once again run a 4-man. A-MEI-ZING was kind of comfortable just taking the extra little bit of soak. They were not the aggressors on camps. Really looking more for the counter play rather than, again, the aggressive. As you can see, they do much the same here. Nukes for Kids will wind up soaking bot lane. Not quite quick enough to pressure this wave out. As the 4-man from Aria and the Yitbauses will make it down. Top lane, what's happening in the Eternal Battle? Nothing, as expected. HCE will anchor here. There's the poke from Yitbaus. So going to put some pressure on here and just delay these rotations. Hanzo with the vision arrow over the top. XP just about even. Yet again, leaving Nukes for Kids down here. We'll see if Nukes for Kids is going to be able to pick up this camp quickly. HCE here, again, delaying that rotation. Well played. Giving enough time for Amazing to go ahead and pick up bottom camp here. Jaina with a cold of code, but the concussion mine winds up hitting Lasai, puts him in a good position where he can move out. Thanks for Kids will back for mana. Level 4 online. Of course, taunt yet again. We'll keep an eye on Aria with that Globe Quest at level 1. Diablo with 35 early souls. We have a bit of a departure from what is now the standard sort of QWQ build for Hanzo, as Redemption is posed in at level 1. Cold coming out onto Yitbauses. He's got the concussion mine. He'll go over the top. But this will give an opportunity for Amazing here to control the triangle. Maybe look for a camp pickup if they want to play aggressive. They back off. Argi and Kazin rotating down. This could be a quick little 5-man fight here. No taunt. This Argi jet propulsion's on out. Middle camp picked up Jaina in big trouble here. Blake Show, does he have the CC? The concussion mine will not hit. One more auto attack, and there goes Jaina. In the meantime, 16 skeletal defenders have been picked up. 22 now for Amazing. They're going to have to back up now. Keep an eye on the Dragon Queen. It'll be later in this tribute fight. 3 seconds until Jaina comes up. Lurking Arm is out. HCE is looking for a soft target here to try to get this taunt on. Here comes Jaina. Dragon Queen should be proc soon. There's the first W from Aria. It hits. And there's the Dragon. HCE and Kazin both low at the front. Argi here is in deep. They'll wind up picking up a heal over time, but the Lurking Arm is out, and it is solid. Both teams rapidly approaching this Punisher. The taunt is out on the Blitz Show, and Diablo is gone, but the concussion mine returns a kill against Varian. Aria still has Dragon Queen up. It expires now. 37-36. This is a tough battle here, but Nukes for Kids is up top. He's got the Jaina. Got that clear. Does Argi have enough? He's erased by the spooky hand. Kazin will take that trade all day. And John Cena marches down middle lane for Amazing. 7's picked up here. The jump. Grab by Yitbaus. Amazing will use this opportunity and the 2 kills that they picked up to start building towards 10. Jaina Leo top. You can see they're already thinking about preparing for the next objective as they put priority into top and bottom lane. Keep an eye on HCE here. The rotation coming down now from Blake Show. Smelled out by Varian. Double soak Leo. Leaving Blaze here up top. Argi will pick up a wave here through Adrenaline Stim Pack, as those minions will wind up going down to tower shots. 4-man battle here. The Lurking Arm goes out. HCE is going to pick on Yitbaus, much like in the first game. Alright, the Yitbauses pick up bottom camp, but they're not going to get any value out of it with that counter kill. A 1-level lead for Amazing. Nukes for Kids looking to get the kite out of Mokri here. No harm done. Similar to the first game. Macro pressure coming out from Aria and the Yitbauses that they've looked to be the aggressor on camps. On the flip side, again, much like the first game, Amazing has just been content to try to find their picks. Be patient. Find a soft target. Use their kill pressure to start painting the map red. They have level 10s. Odin. Shield Wall picked up by Varian, just a quick heads up. Entomb, Water Elemental, and Flailing Swipe on the Admiral. Figures a Frost finish for Jaina there. Oh, Yitbaus is in big trouble. There goes the taunt. Blake Shield will break it up, but the Lurking Arm is going to go out on to the Junkrat. Entomb on the backside for Aria. Does not have level 10 Cleansing Flame. Cannot be used. A Welly trying to provide a little bit of pressure here. Alex just escapes. Lasai with the grenade over the wall. Did he pick it? Yep. Quarterback. Got to get that level 7 value, baby. Five kills to 3. About a level and a quarter lead. This should spike with this tower. I would expect a level and a half. And A-MEI-ZING will look to pick up the 13 talent tier advantage before the next objective. Dragon Arrow out. APOC will have Lightneck stuck. The concussion mine comes out. Junkrat with the Riptire, and the Admiral is gone. Aggression there from A-MEI-ZING, and they are forced to pay for it. Taunt out on to Mokri. There's pressure from Lasai as once again the concussion mine perhaps causing trouble for his teammate, but Yitbauses is going to wind up picking up the kill onto Tychus. So these trades working in Aria and the Yitbauses' favor here in the middle part of the game, whereas previously they certainly did not. They now have the opportunity to pick up an objective. A little bit of slow going for Argy. Not a lot of great clear, particularly with Moki not building into the W. As he goes with Sharpened Arrowheads at 7. It was a good combo there. The Dragon Arrow and the APOC had value, even though a few members moved out. Stukov was stuck underneath it. 26 skeletal defenders. This will be an easy objective pickup. That was a level and a half lead. Shrunk down to about 3/4 of a level now. We'll see where the XP stands after this. At least Mokri is a 2-trick now. What's happening, Dankstrom? John Cena works his way through the wall. Concussion mine. Throwing Jaina back. It's the Mortar Punisher. Not too much damage done. What was a level and a half lead has now turned into about a half level advantage. Nukes for Kids went for the kill. The Dragon's Arrow. A great play by Mokri there. Concussion mine put Jaina right underneath Mokri with the opportunity for a kill there as well. He was traded for Dragon's Arrow. But the Overwatch character winds up winning, folks. Go to Reddit and complain. Argy dashing out there. Aria and the Yitbauses doing a great job of just clawing their way back into this game. They struggled in the first game to sort of find their footing post 10. As sometimes Garrosh comps do. Kazing with the eye soak for XP. Yitbauses starting to bounce around the map a little bit. Moving into Ripper Air, obviously. He'll try to keep that Leoric pinned in the offlane. 13's obviously here for both teams. Keep an eye on the devastating charge stacks. Neo Steel for Tychus, something to keep an eye on. And then, as always, Leo, Ominous Wraith. You can expect 16 to follow up on that E-build. And one of my favorite talents, Virulent Reaction. Keep an eye on the root from Stukov. A little bit of a 4v5 here. HZE at the front. Hasn't hit a taunt target in quite some time. Concussion mine just missing there. Take a look at our stats. Yitbauses pacing everybody. Keep an eye on A-MEI-ZING here. Keep an eye on HZE on the flank. Eats the trap, and Aria and company back off. Happened in the first game. Yitbauses on the Junkrat was a little bit too far out. That Lion's Maw into taunt combo wound up picking him off quite a few times. Good adjustment here in the second game. As A-MEI-ZING will trade bottom fort for the early part of the objective. Both teams closing in on 16, heading into this next phase. Aria and the Yitbauses will wind up opening top lane. Both teams trying to find themselves a win condition. There's Welly for the bottom. They're going to back out here. Could go Odin. They'll think better of it. The back coming in here. From Aria and the Yitbauses, they leave Alex all by her lonesome up top. The Tempest thoughts. NGS got worried Yitbaus was trying to kill Mokri. Somebody has to. Blake Show with the APOC here. Winds up hitting 3, including Stukov. The Riptire follow-up is going to wind up canceling out. Flailing swipe. Kazin under pressure here as Blake Show is deep. Cannot make his way to the bunker. Odin is popped, as is Dragon Queen. All the action underneath that bunker. Mokri with the agility over here. Blake Show is in big trouble. He'll come back in 3 seconds, but there goes his souls. Cleansing Flame is popped. It has the instant cast out of Dragon Queen, as Alex will try to keep her teammates alive until Diablo comes back. The taunt onto Argy. He's gone. Wing Buffet does not remove HCE. Varian is going to be putting pressure on to Alex. Nukes for Kids with a flank from Jaina. Lightnex is low. And it ultimately winds up being Blaze for Leo. Kazin will be back certainly in time here. 21-24 in terms of skeletal defenders. We'll see if Aria and the Yitbauses want to stick around once Kazin comes back on that spooky, spooky Leo. Big Entomb. He's going to die for the 3-man here. HCE winds up finding a target. The Lurking Arm goes out. Mokri under big pressure. Diablo goes down yet again. The Concussion Mine launching nukes for Kids over the top. Jaina is going to get deleted, but it is going to cost, at the very least, the Alex. Mokri just getting out of Varian's path there. Dragon Arrow out. Was meant for the delay. HCE eats it. Finds himself a Yitbaus. Riptire just delays the inevitable. Junkrat goes down, and the objective is claimed from A-MEI-ZING. They will run it down mid. Five seconds left on Jaina. Alex will be back at the same time. Junkrat 20 seconds away. This is the Arcane Punisher. We'll see if it winds up being a keep here. And Tomb should be back up momentarily. There's Odin to confirm this keep. A-MEI-ZING will claim the first keep here from mid. Behind the strength of that Odin, Argy winds up hitting the jet propulsion on a Varian, but the flailing swipe goes out. Just for safety, there's the taunt. As Lisai looking to confirm the kill on Mokri. HCE now in a bad spot. Blake Show with one charge flip. He gets the second Q on Devastating Charge. Varian is traded out. And a counter kill here. Alright, the Yitbauses looking to trade. See if they can pick up a couple of counter kills on the retreat. Dragon Arrow comes out. Only hits Leo. There's yet another Riptire. It's going to zone out the rest of the members of A-MEI-ZING. Dragon gazing down. Should confirm the kill. And Tomb goes out, no value. As the Riptire confirms the kill on the Leo. Level and a half lead off of that keep. A couple of kills picked up as Aria and the Yitbauses take a 12-10 advantage in terms of kills. Falling behind, though, structurally. Teams will trade camps. Should be enough time for Aria and the Yitbauses to pick up 20 here. They just missed this invade. Junkrat bottom cleaning up. Mokri picking up the damage. You might have heard me. In chat calling him out a little bit. Come on, dog. You're playing Hanzo. Can't go losing to a Junkrat. Strong flanking from Nukes for Kids. Hits the Q on Diablo. There's the root coming out from the 16 talents here. Oh, and Big Red is just stuck. The silence on the Entomb will confirm the second kill, and A-MEI-ZING is on the march. That's a full kill on Diablo. Aria looking to get out of there. She'll have to pop Cleansing Flame to get out. However, A-MEI-ZING is positioning for game here. 5v3. With this, and I would expect to see Odin any second. The Riptire comes out just to try to provide a little bit of additional damage here. Dragon Queen pop to try to man the defense. We got a big red button. Trying to nuke the core. HCE is going to confirm the kill on Alex Raza. And with that, amazing moves on the core. They will move on to 1-1. Moving up the standings. Aria and the Yitbauses will fall to 1-2. Well played. Well played on the part of A-MEI-ZING. They really utilized that Jaina to full effect. Here at 16, the snowball really started with Numbing Blast. Hits the Q on Diablo. Numbing Blast and Water Elemental were used. That wound up being turned into Chain CC. And from that point, the 5v5 turned into 5v4, into 5v3. The Entomb onto Hanzo. Buried alive, providing the silence as he wound up going down. Let's see if we can go ahead and cue Lightnix and family up. Let's see if they want to do the old interview game. Strong siege. Look at that Jaina, 142k. A-MEI-ZING did not feel the need there to have to build into, too much of that team fight damage. Great siege, especially from the Leora. Kazin wound up with the double soak there as well. And the second half of our doubleheader is done as A-MEI-ZING winds up taking the 2-0 domination. And FYI for all the people out there, if you're interested in seeing me cast again on my page here, I always keep my events tab up and as updated as much as possible. Here at NGS, all of our casters wind up booking our games at the end of the week. Our captains are required to have everything in there by Sunday, and that's when everybody winds up picking up games. We've got our grinders. I know Bahamut himself is active Monday through Thursday. He does a massive, massive amount of games. Ghost Dunk, another high volume caster. Akuma as well. That dude's on most nights. Shout outs to the rest of our casters. Some good friends, Murda, Stixa, DB Smiley. Our dear and fluffy Lord Smithel as well. GG's. Thank you guys for showing up. Always appreciate the chat. These are two well-liked teams. A-MEI-ZING, bit of an institution here at NGS. Again, they finished second last year to OSD. It's really kind of neat to see both OSD and A-MEI-ZING doing well. Many of the teams here in Heroic Division hopefully building themselves towards HGC Open when that winds up continuing. Right now at the top of the standings here in Heroic Division, we see 2+2 Salted Snacks as well. With the win, A-MEI-ZING moves into a two-way tie with 2+2 at the top. Got out of the league right now. All right, so A-MEI-ZING winds up having another game behind them. That is going to wind up doing it for me. Again, special shout out to everybody in chat. Much appreciated. Hope to catch you guys soon. I've been your host, Professor Bobo. Hope to catch you guys next week. Cheers, fam.